Are you sure she's well enough to go? She's got a temperature.
She's okay. Unless you don't think I should take her.
No, it's fine. Whatever you think. Here's your towel, superstar. Here we go. Come on.
Bye, Dad.
See you later.
Be late.
I might be out by the time you get back.
You've been away all week. I thought you had a couple of days off.
It's just footy, Joe.
Okay, we'll make sure Hal has his tea before you go out.
Am I losing you?
What are you talking about, Ryan? Come in, sweetheart.
Okay, guys, ready for the warm-up? Let's go. And go. And go. Go on, Liam.
Pick a number.
139.
No, pick a number between 1 and 5.
Okay, 4.
Right. It's 2 hours away. You got a hot tub, sauna. I can book it. Just give us some space to talk. What is it? What's he done now? Can tell me it's all right.
I can't. You can't do this every week.
Why not? Who are we hurting? Look, you need someone, and he's hardly ever there.
That's the job, that's not him.
Yeah, but he barely communicates when he is there. You said it yourself. If you're happy and content or whatever, then why are you here? We both need this. Someone to talk to. A bit of kindness.
We should be talking to the people we married.
Supposed to be picking up a birthday present for Amy tonight. Big surprise. Spent way too much on it because I feel guilty as hell. I don't want to feel like that anymore.
That's why we have to stop. Ten more minutes, okay? Don't want you waiting up till your dad comes home from footy. Hal.
I don't have to be physically looking at you to hear you.
When you said you were no good at science. Uh-huh.
This is Ryan. I can't get to the phone right now, so leave a message. Thanks.
Hi, it's me. Listen, I was thinking, why don't you phone your mum and see if we can go out and see her? She could babysit and we could spend some time together. You were right. I want us to make more of an effort. Be nicer to each other. Love you.
Professional swimmers don't eat cereal. Too much fibre.
Is that true, Mum?
Stop winding your sister up. Lee?
All right.
Hi, darling, it's Joe. Look, I know I'm being silly, but you haven't heard from Ryan this morning, have you?
No, I didn't realise he's back from London. Do you want me to ask the lads?
Yeah, would you? Thanks, babe. It's just we're supposed to be having the day off together today. Hal, go and get dressed, please.
Look, he'll show up. He's probably just crashed on someone's couch or something. I'll call you later, all right?
I understand you, sir. I do. If people don't trust the police force, my police force, then they lose faith in the law and justice.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We used to trust the Bobby on the beat, but not anymore.
Sir, since I became Chief Constable, complaints from the public are down by 65%. And those that are reported are actively pursued.
I've given you Vicky as your family liaison officer. I thought you would want somebody that you know. Now, there's only a handful of people that know that Ryan's dead. And we'd like to keep it that way, for now.
I don't understand.
Ryan was working on an operation for the last 3 years. And we're just bringing it to a close.
No, that can't be right. He was in London 3 days a week training CID officers.
It's not what he was doing, Joe. He was working undercover. He was asked to keep it very tight. No one knew.
Joe, if there's anything you want, you just say okay. I'm right here, I'm not going anywhere.
Hepburn, no, I'm still with Joe, all right? So just handle it. Right, I'm on my way. Joe, I need you to keep this to yourself at least until tomorrow, and then it will all be over. I promise you.
I have to tell the kids.
I think it's probably best you don't, just for now.
No, we can't have Hal posting something or messaging one of his mates or whatever. We just can't risk it. And I'm so sorry, Joe, that it has to be like this. Because we would all like to be able to grieve for Ryan. Believe me, I swear to you, tomorrow this will all make sense and you'll be proud of what Ryan's done, and so will the kids.
You're supposed to have the day off.
Morning, Mum. Morning, Chief Constable.
Socco's found a 9mm shell case at the scene. It matches the bullet that was found in Ryan's body.
He must have been attacked or in a fight. His nose had been bleeding. There were signs of a struggle.
Sorry, Gov. Ron just got a call.
DC Clark, take a seat, please.
What is it?
Just sit down.
Jesus.
Take a moment. There's no CCTV at the warehouse, no traffic cameras close by.
His car was parked 3 streets over. He must have come the rest of the way on foot, but there's fresh tyre tracks on the bridge.
Where's everyone else, sir?
There'll be more of us, but for the next few hours, we keep everything tight. DCS Hepburn has asked us just to work with the forensics for now.
Look, if there's no camera footage, then we should be out there now.
Something's going down, a big operation. We're hands off until DCS Hepburn gives us the all clear.
What, I mean, while everything just goes cold?
A police officer is dead, sir. A friend. We can't just sit on our hands.
I'm not asking you to. You'll get a run at this. But we've got to keep a low profile for the next few hours. We work the murder scene and forensics and await further instructions. Look, I haven't been at this station long, so I never worked with him, but I know a lot of you knew Gillespie as a friend. But you've got to keep the emotion out of this. Has anyone spoken to the family?
His wife's Jo Gillespie.
Who's that?
She's a PC, sir. She's one of us.
We're supposed to be at football. What was he doing? Can you take me to where you found him?
Joe, I can't. Let's get you home.
Please.
You ready?
Jo?
What are you doing bringing her here?
Have you checked his phone? I rang him at 2211. I left a message. I'd like to know if you heard it.
Go home, Jo, please. I don't want you seeing this place.
I need to see it. Please let me in.
No, you don't. You need to go home. Okay, Jo? Listen to me. No, Jo.
Joe!
No.
Joe!
Joe!
You can't go in there. What was he doing here?
Let me take you home, Jo, please.
He lied to me for 2 whole years. I didn't even know who he was.
Jo.
What am I going to tell the kids?
What's for tea?
I don't know.
You get a takeaway. Dad always lets me order.
Bells, bells!
Are you saying we're having pizza?
Then I'm not budging.
Joe. Sorry I got held up.
I told you I can make my own way home. It's 2 buses, that's all.
I don't want you doing that. Your dad knows the arrangements. Where is Ryan anyway? Should have texted. Everything all right with you? Yeah, fine. It's just, hate being late. Come on, Hal, say goodbye.
Go on, Mum.
Where's Dad?
Something's happened, hasn't it? He didn't say a word in the car the whole way home. What is it?
Mum? It's your dad.
Is he hurt?
He's gone.
When will you tell Mum?
Oh, not yet. I wasn't even supposed to tell you, but as soon as they say we can, we'll call her, okay?
Stay, Hal, until I fall asleep.
She's right here now. It's DCS Hepburn.
I told the kids I had to.
No, look, I don't blame you, and it's all right now, because we made 7 arrests, Joe, at a wedding. They were all here.
Who are they?
They're a gang that have been running guns across the entire Northeast. We've been chasing this for years.
Is that what Ryan was working on?
Joe, we couldn't have got them without him.
Did one of the men that you arrest kill Ryan?
We'll find out.
I'm going to free up every single officer I've got.
Whoever it was, we'll get them. You take care.
Do you want me to call Ryan's mum?
No, thanks. I can do it.
Can I sleep in your bed?
Of course you can.
Any idea what Ryan Gillespie was doing at that warehouse on his day off?
We don't know yet.
But you've seen his handler's notes.
They're patchy. In the last week, there was a breakdown in communication with Ryan.
I really hope I haven't got anything to be worried about here.
Ryan was one of the best deep swimmers I've ever had, Mum. I'm sure that whatever he was doing at that warehouse, it was all about working toward those arrests.
Let's hope so. If he put a foot wrong undercover, this case won't even get to court.
The spare room's made up for you upstairs.
The kid's okay? Where's Melly?
She's upstairs. Just making her a smoothie. She decided that athletes don't eat cereal.
I don't understand. I thought he was supposed to be in London training officers.
So did I.
Surely they've got to tell you what happened. You're his wife.
DS Ryan Gillespie was found dead in a derelict warehouse in the early hours of Tuesday morning. Not an officer in this station that doesn't know that by now. What you don't know is that he was working undercover to catch the 7 men we just arrested. Now, that fact never leaves this room.
Not until we can be sure his conduct will stand up in court. I want it understood that you are free to run at this with everything we've got. However, it's essential that we remain discreet.
Did he have a handler he was reporting back to?
Everything that DCS Hepburn considers relevant to this murder inquiry will be passed on to DCI Kapoor. We need to find out everything we can about Ryan Gillespie.
Mum.
Come in if you like. I'd better take this. Hi. You're right.
Good. Just wondered how you were doing. How the kids?
Okay. So what's happening with the case? Have they put more officers on it?
Well, it's probably best you don't ask me too much, you know.
What does that mean?
It just needs to be done right. You're his wife. I can't just... Look, Joe, I'm sorry. I only called to see if you needed anything. Can I see you?
No, you're right. It's probably best we stay out of each other's way for a while.
He'll be right out. He left some stuff last time he was here. We need to talk about what happens to him now.
We don't have to discuss this here.
But we're not discussing it. Look, Joe, I lost him before.
You gave him up.
I wasn't in a good place when me and Ryan split. I thought Hal needed something more than just me. I've got Nigel. I can offer him a home now.
He's already got a home. Melly needs him. We're a family.
He's my son, and you're not his mother. I want him with me.
Don't you think we should let Hal say what he wants? We've got to be fair to him.
It's funny hearing that word coming out of your mouth. Tell me, how fair was it, sleeping with my husband behind my back?
I never did that.
And now you get to play the grief-stricken wife. Oh, just remember, I knew Ryan a damn sight longer than you, Joe. I really knew him.
I'm ready now.
It's your decision, okay? Where you live. Whatever you want, I'll support that, okay?
Okay.
They're going to find the bad person who killed him. And make sure he never does it again.
Promise, Gran.
Dad's friends will make sure of it now. You just wait, yeah? Sorry, Joe. I need to come in. Pass that, will you?
Jack, what's going on?
He was part of a special operation, working undercover.
Yeah, I know that.
He used to feed back to his handler once a week. Then he just stopped. We don't know much about his movements the last few days before he died.
No.
You know how it works, Joe. Ryan wasn't doing a 9 to 5. We're just trying to build a picture of someone whose job it was to keep his activities a secret.
What was he doing at the warehouse? And did he go by a different name? Do you know what it was?
Don't ask me questions I can't answer.
Can't or won't. Just leave his things alone, please. didn't know he was taking them. Jack, please just put them back. I don't want the kids knowing about them.
Jo, I know this is brutal, but I have to take these. You know that. All right, Al.
I don't understand why they took all Dad's stuff.
It's only bills and shit. Don't worry about it.
Was he good?
What do you mean?
Dad, was he a good person?
Of course he was.
Then why is nobody saying it?
Yeah, well, next time, you should get your bloody facts straight. My son was a hero. The hours he worked, the things he did for this police force, and you can't even be bothered to print a bloody photograph.
What are you doing?
He was working on a big operation when he was killed.
Barbara, put the phone...
Undercover. And there isn't even a statement from the chief constable on this.
Barbara, put the phone down.
He should be on the front cover of that arsewipe of a paper of yours, and you should be grateful for him.
Who told you he was working undercover?
Hal heard you and Jack talking.
Nobody's supposed to know. What are you doing calling a journalist?
I'm helping your daughter understand who her father was. She's confused and she's angry. And so should you be. My boy wasn't killed crossing the road, Joe. He died doing his job, and I want people to know. I just don't understand. Why aren't people asking questions?
They will.
Yes, when? That should be all you care about now, Joe. Who killed him? That's what those kids need to know. So they can make sense of all this.
Joe? All right? What are you doing here?
Who's that?
That's a kid called Michael Parry. He was part of the gang, but he wasn't there when they made the arrests. We're looking for him.
And who's that?
Paddy's girlfriend, Sian Glover. We think they might be on the run together.
Where is everybody?
They're down the pub. They're having a quick one. For Ryan.
Joe, I'm so sorry.
It's good to see you, Joe.
Well, we charged all 7 of them. And I'm not getting bail, Joe. They're all in custody. And Ryan made that happen.
What are you doing in? What are you all doing in here, then? Why aren't you trying to find out who killed him?
Joe, not yet.
No, it's all right.
Have any of the members of the gang suspects in Ryan's murder?
They all had alibis for the night Ryan was killed.
Well, have they given you any leads about where Michael Parry is? If you've charged the gang, then they can't be questioned anymore. So if you don't have leads on Parry by now, then he's gone.
I've given DCI Kapoor any information that I think might be relevant to his investigation.
What you mean is Ryan served his purpose getting you those 7 arrests, and now no one's interested in finding out who murdered him.
Mrs. Gillespie, I'm Jahan Kapoor. I'm SIO in the inquiry into Ryan's murder.
The tyre tracks you found, are they from outside the warehouse?
That's right.
Have you been able to identify the vehicle?
We've called in the footage from every traffic camera within a 3-mile radius, but the warehouse is a total blind spot.
So you don't even know what car you're looking for?
We're pursuing a number of promising leads.
What, after you finished your pint? You shouldn't be eating or sleeping until you found out how my husband died. None of you should.
Joe, hold on. They're celebrating Ryan in there too, you know. What he did to bring that lot down. No one's saying it, but we all know.
3 days a week, he had a life I knew nothing about. What am I meant to do with that? How am I even supposed to begin to understand it?
Joe. Neil Cargill. That was his cover name. But I didn't tell you, okay?
Gran'll hear you. You're supposed to be asleep.
September 12th, 5:38 p.m.
I mean, it's not like Liam's slipping behind at school, but... I mean, Melly's fine, right?
Do you read to Liam? Might help.
It's Mummy and Jack.
You should turn this off.
Why do you and Ryan read to Melly?
He's never here to put her to bed.
Melly bed. I'll switch it off.
No, leave it. I want to listen.
September 26th, 5:15 p.m.
Oh, that's too loud. Melly's sleeping. Hedvig. What's the matter? Hal's like Ryan. Won't express anything. Feeling and opinion. It's exhausting. That's why it's such a lifesaver seeing you.
For me too, you know.
Where did you get that?
In the airing cupboard.
I don't know what I'd do without this time, you know. Together. Switch it off.
I wish we had 10 more minutes.
Hal, I'm serious.
October 3rd, 5:42 p.m.
I'm gonna sit Amy down. I'm not happy. I wanted to know. You should do the same with Ryan.
Joe? What is this?
I want to, I just can't.
Joe?
If you don't love him anymore, then he deserves to know.
Hal, please.
August 22nd, 5:27 p.m.
You and I need some time away from here. A weekend or whatever, just to work out, you know.
Work out what?
What is this, Joe? What are we doing sitting here telling each other this stuff week after week? Because I know why I do it. I love you. Just promise me you'll think about some time away. The two of us together. Just say it.
Okay. I'll think about it.
October 15th, 8:50 a.m.
Come on, Melly, out you get. Mwah. Have a good day, sweetheart. I love you.
October 16th, 8:45 a.m.
Oh, God.
Hello. Oh, to what do I owe the pleasure? Okay. I think I know what this is about. Look, you don't want to print that story. Nothing to hide, it's just baseless, and you might end up looking a bit stupid if you run a story about Ryan Gillespie at this point. What do you mean? He can't have run it already. Who's your source? Ed, listen to me. Shit.
Jodeki must be doing a nut. So much for keeping things tight.
How did Ryan Gillespie's mother know details about his undercover work? If I find out that any of you have been talking to the family about this investigation, you'll have me to answer to. Take it down.
It's me. I need to see you.
What is it? What's happened? Joe, what are we doing here?
Look, I got this footage from a rowing club. They were filming a practice session the night Ryan died. I've watched it all. You're looking for a blue Corsa that was parked on the bridge to the warehouse. The reg isn't visible.
Well, I'll check it out. This is good.
There's something else. Someone was listening to us.
What do you mean?
Every Tuesday, sat out there in my car. Everything we talked about, there's hours of other stuff too. Me taking Melly to school, and they were listening to Ryan too.
Joe, you're not making any sense.
Look, I found some CDs. They're numbered 24 to 28, which means there's probably more. There was a bug in the car. I don't know what is going on or what it means.
Jesus.
Be careful, okay?
Joe, wait a minute. We need to talk about this. We need to tell someone.
October 16th, 8:45 a.m.
Oh, God. Hello? Yeah, this is him. Hold on, I'll give him my card number. And you can get me connected by the end of the month. Okay, great. The name is Neil Cargill. And the address is Birch Cottage, Hildene Lane, Timble, LS21. And the name is Neil Cargill. And the address is Birch Cottage, Hildene Lane, Timble, LS21.
Continue straight ahead for 2 miles. In 200 yards, turn left. Destination.
Tell me that you killed Ryan. Say it to my face!
Jesus! How could you do this to us? Don't leave me. Do you want your wife to find out about us? I'm not comfortable with how Ryan's case was handled. There are still leads that need to be pursued.
Are you telling me you're not starting to have doubts about what he was doing those last few months? Who he really was?
Be careful. This is a horrible world, Joe.
A police officer is dead, sir. A friend.
Is your dad? He's gone.
Any idea what Ryan Gillespie was doing at that warehouse on his day off?
Neil Cargill. That was his cover name.
We're looking for a blue Corsa that was parked on the bridge to the warehouse.
Oh, we charged all 7 of them. Ryan made that happen.
If you don't love him anymore, then he deserves to know.
Someone was listening to us. There was a bug in the car.
That's a kid called Michael Parry. We're looking for him.
Who's that?
Parry's girlfriend, Sian Glover.
Come on! Come on!
Stay where you are! This is Constable Joe Gillespie. I'm in pursuit of a Michael Parry who's wanted for the murder of a police officer. He could be armed. Over.
Which direction is he heading?
North on foot from Birch Cottage, Hildene Lane, Timble, LS21.
All units. Michael Parry wanted for the murder of a police officer. Michael said, light brown hair, is on foot, heading north. LS21.
Am I losing you?
I called the police. You won't get away. I know you killed him.
Show me your hands! Stand in red! Show me your hands now!
You all right? He could have killed you.
He was right in front of me. I couldn't just let him get away.
Any sign of the girlfriend? Thought we'd find them together.
No, I searched his backpack. Found photos of her, but nothing else.
Come on, I'm gonna drag it away and get that head checked out. Paul wants you to come in and give a statement. He'll ask you how you tracked Parry there. I think you should tell him about the CDs.
No, I can't.
Someone booked your car, Joe.
Do you want your wife to find out about us? You know what that station's like. If word got out...
You know, we haven't done anything wrong.
It doesn't sound like that on the CDs. Look, until I find out who's listening to us, we can't say anything to anyone. We've got to keep them to ourselves.
Oh, Jesus!
How?
How did you do this to us?
How? No, don't hurt him. Listen, we didn't do anything. He just brought me home, darling.
How could you do it?
How? Put it down. Come on.
I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Let's go in. Yeah?
they've arrested the man they've been looking for, Michael Parry.
Do you think he killed Dad?
He might have done. They need to question him, but he obviously knows something or he wouldn't have been there. Jack just brought me home, that's all.
I'm not fucking interested.
From whatever you think of me, we're all each other's got now, me, you and Melly.
Don't you dare use Melly that way!
I know what it sounded like on those CDs, Hal, but nothing ever happened between me and Jack. And your dad and I, you know, we were having problems. Oh, please help me while I'm trying to understand all this. I've got no choice. And I need you to look after Melly and Gran for me.
You're full of shit. I'm gonna live with my mum.
Hal, where are you going? Don't leave me.
I can't stay here, Mel. Takes me all the time, yeah? I want to know everything.
You've got to stop him.
You shouldn't have gone there. And what if it hurt you badly? Where would the kids be then? That's who you should be thinking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand this for all of us. Barbara, our car was bugged. What if someone was trying to blackmail Ryan?
You're a single mother now. Those kids need you. Look what you're doing to them.
I want to know who I was married to.
And I will tell you, Ryan lived for Mel and Hal. And he was the happiest I ever saw him when it was the four of you together. He loved turning his bloody rock music right up. Decorating this place. Making a home for you. That's who my son was.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Joe.
That's fine.
I need to take a statement as the person who found Michael Parry.
Have you interviewed him yet?
We're just about to. How are you bearing up?
Fine, thank you.
Had you been to that cottage before?
No.
So what took you there?
I found the address in Ryan's sat-nav and I didn't recognise it.
So you just drove there? On a whim?
That's right.
Had Ryan ever mentioned it?
He never spoke about his work.
That's the problem, you see. We can't connect the cottage to the operation, and I've checked with the previous owner. Ryan paid £90,000 for it. He bought it in his cover name.
Neil Cargill.
That's right. When we searched your house, we took away financial documents, bank statements. I've been through them all. There's no record of a property purchase.
Well, that's because we never had that kind of money.
So where did it come from? Yeah, come in.
You should see this, sir.
Where was it?
Paddy's backpack front pocket. I compared the markings with the bullet that killed Ryan, but it's the same caliber.
Come on.
What were you doing at that cottage, Michael?
It was Neil's place. He said I could hide there.
Hide from who?
You should be out there looking for Sian. Where is she?
We were hoping you'd tell us that, Michael.
Not now. I'm sorry, Mum. I didn't realise.
How are they getting on?
7 men were arrested recently at a wedding in Bradford.
Were you invited to the gathering, Michael?
My mate said he wanted us all there, but Neil said I should go away for a while.
Well, we arrested your mates that night for running guns out of Bradford. All of them, Michael, the whole gang. Except you. Now, how do you think that must have looked to them when they were all banged up and you weren't?
Do you own a blue Corsa, Michael?
No.
Did you drive a blue Corsa to a derelict warehouse on a canal on the night of October the 17th and park it there?
No, I told you I don't own a car like that. Someone's trying to fit me up.
Did you meet with a man you knew as Neil Cargill on October the 17th?
What does that mean? You're saying that wasn't his real name?
Very good, Michael.
Was Neil a cop?
You know that he was. You found out and you killed him because you guessed what was coming.
This is bullshit.
How did you know about the cottage? Had you been there before?
I was with him when he bought it. We were mates.
Really? Then how much did he pay for it?
90 grand, cash.
I take it you didn't know about this cottage?
It's not in his handler's notes.
What's going on? I want to be in there.
Just try and look relaxed, okay?
Is this your backpack? For the tape, I'm showing Mr. Parry a navy blue and grey backpack.
Look, I think something's happened to Shan. You need to find her.
Answer the question. We found tins of food inside with your fingerprints on them, a paperback novel and a strip of photographs showing you and Sian Glover.
I want those back.
So it is yours?
You already know it is anyway. Stop playing games.
No more games, Michael. We found a gun in the front pocket.
We found a gun in Parry's backpack. Thought you said you went through it.
No, I did go through it. They can't have done.
It's a 9mm. Same as the one that killed Ryan.
It's not mine. I don't even know how that got in there. I've never even owned a gun.
You just sell them for a living.
That was them, not me. Look, I didn't know he was a copper. I didn't know about the arrests. We were mates.
And that's how you treat mates, is it? You kill him in cold blood.
I didn't kill him.
Then you run. And you hide.
I thought he was helping me.
I'm not listening to any more of this shit.
Take it easy.
He was helping me and Sian.
Stop making lies up about him!
Dixie McKell, please leave the room.
Tell me that you killed Ryan.
I'm terminating this interview.
Say it to my face!
Lee, out now!
You're gonna go to jail for the rest of your life for killing my best mate! Beat that shit off him! Say it to my face, Lee! I told you, big that shit! Get off my fucking name! Get off there! I'll be going back down! Get off there, shit! I'll be going back down!
Let's get Parry charged with Ryan's murder.
I'm not ready to do that, ma'am. The evidence is still only circumstantial, and he denies ownership of the gun.
Are you surprised? He was found in possession of the weapon that killed Ryan Gillespie, and he had a strong motive. Ryan knew about his involvement with the gang, and Parry was afraid it'd incriminate him.
I'd still feel happier if we had more evidence.
Do you really want to be the officer that lets Parry walk away? What about Sian Glover? Do you believe he doesn't know where she is?
That's a story he's sticking to.
If they didn't run away together, she's a missing person. I want her found. And charge Parry. We need to regain the initiative here. Any question marks about Ryan's time undercover, and that gang's lawyers will have a field day. I want the body released and the funeral arranged. We need to remind people we've lost an officer here.
Lee went crazy on him. We had to drag him off. Don't know what the hell's going on with him.
I didn't see a gun. When I searched Parry's backpack, I'm certain.
Then someone planted it.
I don't know.
Well, how else could it have got there? Listen, Joe, if you're sure the gun wasn't there, you need to tell Kapoor right away. But if you say something after what Lee just pulled, then every finger's going to be pointing at him. So you have to be absolutely certain. Could you have missed the gun?
I don't know. Maybe.
What are we doing here?
We can't talk anywhere else. I don't want people listening. What, they broke my house as well as my car.
Joe, come on, slow down.
I don't feel like I can trust anyone anymore.
No, that's not true. Look, just breathe, right?
What did Harry say about the cottage? Did he say if Sean Glover had been there?
Well, he insisted he was on his own the whole time, with no reason not to believe him. There's no trace of her, no prints, nothing.
What, so she's missing? What? Tell me.
Parry said Ryan paid cash for the cottage.
So you think it was bent too, just like Kapoor does?
I didn't say that. But if Parry's telling the truth, then Ryan had gone rogue.
Stop it.
You never even knew about the house. He kept that from you. He kept the pills from you. Maybe he had other secrets too.
Why are you doing this?
I'm trying to help you see him who he really was. Properly.
You were supposed to be his friend.
Yeah, well, it turns out I didn't know him very well. None of us did.
Concerns are growing for a Leeds teenage girl who hasn't been seen since Tuesday. 17-year-old Sean Glover was initially thought to be with her boyfriend, Michael Parry, who's now been charged with the murder of undercover policeman Ryan Gillespie. The police are asking for anyone with information to come forward. Sean's father, Stephen Glover, a builder from Bradford, made an emotional appeal to the media.
I want to come back to work.
Get the funeral out of the way. Give yourself a chance to say goodbye to Ryan. Now that we've charged Parry, we can ask the coroner to release Ryan's body and you can move ahead with the funeral. I would imagine that Jarecki would want to do the eulogy. And you can choose which flag you'd like to have over the coffin.
Oh, a Forces flag, definitely. He would have wanted that.
Do you want to go to the playground?
By Tokyo 2020, I'll be ready. And if I work harder than anyone else and get more muscles, then it doesn't matter how old I am, does it, Mum?
You're serious about this, then?
It's what I'm good at.
You're good at lots of things.
Dad liked me swimming, so I guess I do it for him.
Lee? Melly, stop it. Lee?
Mum, what's wrong?
What happened? Millie was in a right state.
Someone was watching us in the playground.
Are you sure? Melly didn't see anybody.
I'm not making it up.
Well, you're scaring her acting like this.
Like what?
Well, look at you.
Joe?
Mum? Tea or coffee?
I was a family liaison officer once, believe me. I've drunk enough tea to last a lifetime. Got a couple of glasses.
Thank you.
I hope you don't mind my coming over, Joe. I just wanted to check that everything was okay with you.
Thank you, Mum.
Oh, Carolyn, please. It's your home. Thank you. Actually, Joe, there was something I came to say. I can't give the eulogy at Ryan's funeral.
Why?
To do that would be to say in public that I had complete faith in him. But there are still doubts over his conduct.
From him?
I can't go into that.
If you don't speak at his funeral, you're judging him without knowing the whole story.
No, and none of us do. That's the problem. I met with Ryan's handler today. He's worked with him throughout the whole operation. That's 3 years. Fed back to us intelligence that Ryan gathered. They built the case up together.
What did he say?
Ryan missed their scheduled meeting the week before he died. It was the first time he'd ever done that.
Well, maybe he couldn't get away without tipping someone off.
He was avoiding him. And we don't know why. Joe, he was at a derelict warehouse on his day off. And for the last week of his life, he was off radar with a gang of criminals.
Ryan died doing his job.
If I stand up there and open my mouth, it's with the weight of the whole police force behind every word.
I think you should leave now.
There's nothing more important to me than this police family, Joe. Everything I do to protect it. We get picked away at every day by the government and the press. If you give them a sniff of vulnerability, it's like blood in the water.
It's not the force you're thinking of, Mom. It's your own reputation.
No, let's tread carefully now.
If it was about the force, you would stand up in front of all of us in that church and talk about service. And now Ryan died doing his job. And now he gave everything he had for the things that he believed in.
Are you telling me you're not starting to have doubts about what he was doing those last few months? Who he really was?
He was a good man.
Oh, I hope you're right. Because if he crossed a line, if he did anything that he shouldn't have done while he was undercover, then those 7 men we've just caught will walk free. I'll see myself out. I'm so sorry, Joe.
I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. And I've kept the faith. From now on, there is reserved for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will give to me on that day.
Sorry, what's she doing?
There's nothing to be said. No words for the loss of a friend, a husband, a son, a father. And we don't imagine when we say goodbye to someone one morning that they might never come back. At least normal people don't. But we know that we are not in a normal line of work. We hold a line between the world we all want and the world as it is. And Ryan Gillespie. Ryan Gillespie held that line too. And for more than 15 years, he served his community. And we must bear witness to that kind of commitment, because it's rare.
Joe, you remember my wife, Jocelyn?
Of course. It was a beautiful service, Joe. You must be so proud of Hal.
Oh, I am.
I saw Ryan the day before he, you know...
Saw him where?
He came around 2 hours. I was at work, but Jocelyn let him stay for a bit.
We had a cup of tea, talked about you and the kids.
How did he seem?
Tired. Well, he didn't stay very long. I'm sorry, this isn't coming out right. I just meant to say that he spoke about the four of you so beautifully. He loved you very much, Joe.
I wish I knew what it was he wanted to talk to me about.
Thank you. Joe, we're gonna go, okay? I can take Melly back with me, so you can do the wake properly.
No, I'm not going to the wake. I can take her. It's fine.
Why don't you both come to mine? The kids need each other now, Joe, and we have to start getting used to this.
What are you saying?
We'll need a routine now. Hal's living with me, and he'll want to see a lot of Melly. You know how close they are.
Nothing's decided yet. He might want to come home.
No, he won't, Joe. You still knocking around, then?
Do you know who that is?
It's Tom Piper. He was Ryan's first boss. He was at our wedding. Must be coming up for retirement soon.
Excuse me. I'm sorry we weren't introduced. It's Tom, isn't it? Tom Piper.
It's D.I. Piper.
Sorry. How did you know my husband, sir?
Look, I'm sorry for your loss, but if you'll excuse me.
Were you his handler? Why would Michael Parry kill Ryan?
I'm not discussing this with you.
Do you think he did?
I'd say it would be the best result all round.
What does that mean? The chief constable spoke to you, didn't she? I know you know things about my husband, sir.
You should stay out of this, love. Believe me, you don't want to find what you're looking for.
I think someone's trying to cover stuff up about Ryan.
That stepson of yours seems like a nice lad. You should look after him. And Melly. What age is she now?
She's 9 next month.
Be careful. This is a horrible world, Joe.
What are you doing? You're not ready to go back.
Can you drop Melly at school? I don't want to wake her yet.
What am I supposed to tell her?
Tell her I'm doing my job.
Welcome back. Well, I'm sorry the funeral was weird. And I was weird. The whole time I wanted to come over and make sure you were okay.
It's all right. How's Amy?
I think she knows something's going on between us. She's not stupid. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find Ryan's handler.
This why you came back?
He was at the funeral. He's a DI. His name's Tom Piper. Have you heard of him? He had a meeting with Jarecki. When I met him at the funeral, he couldn't wait to get away. He threatened the kids.
Oh.
It wasn't what he said. It was the way he was with me. He told me to stop looking. I think he's hiding something. I think...
Joe.
Jack, I know what you're going to say, but I have to find him.
I think you should.
What? What are you doing?
You need some answers, right? You can find them through the electoral register.
I'm sorry for the mess. It's my mother's stuff. I should have thrown it out years ago. I tend to use these to get a proper look.
Ah, thank you. Can you turn that light out, please?
What's he supposed to have done?
I can't tell you that, I'm afraid.
Well, then I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
I hope you catch him, whatever he's done. People are bloody animals. Here's a cup of tea. I should have said. There's an eider-down in one of them boxes if you get cold.
No, I'm fine, thank you. I hope I'm not keeping you up.
I can't sleep unless I watch the late news. Bulletins are full of that girl that went missing, Sian Glover.
I've got to go.
17. It's a tragedy. Her poor father.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I've really got to go. Thank you.
I want to see Paddy, wherever's taking him. Just give me 2 minutes with him and I'll find out where she is. Why ain't anyone doing anything? Sian's 17 years old, for Christ's sake. She's a child.
Lee was at Piper's.
What?
He was helping him move out. But don't say anything to him, not yet.
Joe, where are you?
I've got to go. I'll call you later.
Joe!
When was the last time you saw your daughter?
3 weeks ago. We'd had a row over breakfast. She left. I haven't seen her since.
Do you know how she met Michael Parry?
No. But I complained to the police about him months ago. That he was leading Sian astray. I could see it. She stopped coming home every night. Gave up on college, her music, all of it. The police said there was nothing they could do.
Did you ever meet any of Parry's friends, the men he hung around with?
Only the one who come round to the house. He said his name was Neil Cargill and that he was worried about her. And then I saw his picture in the paper. It was that copper who was killed. The one Parry's just been done for. I mean, I couldn't believe it. That's him.
Joe, wait.
Been checking up on me?
Yes. If I saw the paperwork, so will anyone else who looks. Does your duty sergeant know you're here? Joe, this is crazy. I can't let you go in there.
I have to speak to him.
We've done that already.
I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Because you could screw up this whole case if you get this wrong.
I'm not saying a word. Because you lot just twist it anyway, you bunch of fucking liars.
How far into Tess of the D'Urbervilles did you get? The book in your backpack?
Not far. Wasn't mine.
You should finish it, it's good. How did you meet Neil Cargill?
I'm being fitted up. This is bullshit. That gun wasn't even mine.
I know. Look, I'm here to help you. I need to understand this, so tell me. Where did you meet Neil Cargill?
At the cafe.
Which cafe?
It was where we did business. It was just a mobile tea place on a lorry yard off the Stormley Road.
And you were working for the crew we arrested?
Only low-level stuff.
What about Neil? Was he working for them?
He was helping out at the cafe. It was a few months before the boss got to trust him. Then he got the job of paying the drivers.
What drivers?
A truck would come in. The driver would leave the keys in the ignition. He'd go in for a cup of tea and someone would nick it. Neil would pay the bloke for looking the other way.
The police found a gun in your backpack.
That wasn't mine.
You worked for a crew that sold hundreds of them. It wouldn't have been hard for you to get your hands on one.
I didn't get near that stuff. You had to build up to it.
Okay. Tell me about Sian. How did you meet her?
She used to work at the cafe at weekends. She never told her dad, Zoe used to pay her cash in hand.
Zoe?
She owns the cafe. It's called the Butty Shack. It's just a caravan. The place was a shithole. But Sian, she was a bit of sunshine, you know? Always getting me to look at things differently. She gave me books. She gave me that one too, Tess. She started talking about getting away from that place, that it wasn't me. And it wasn't. Well, they weren't just going to let me get away that easily. She said that was okay, because Neil was going to fix that.
Neil? How?
I don't know. He told me to go to the cottage, and he'd bring Sian there when he found her. I waited there for days. Something's wrong, isn't it? Something's happened to Sian.
I don't know yet.
Your sergeant has made a complaint. Neglect of duty. He couldn't reach you. Do you have any idea how many rules you're breaking visiting Parry? You're Ryan's wife, for Christ's sake. You could easily compromise the case against Parry doing something as stupid as that.
I'm not comfortable with how Ryan's case was handled. There are still leads that need to be pursued. The blue Corsa that was at the warehouse.
I have no doubt the DCI Kapoor's team has done an exhaustive search for that car.
But we need to find it, Mom. It was there that night.
If you can't be trusted to do your job, then I'm left with no other option.
No, that's not necessary, Mom. PC Gillespie just needs a longer leave of absence. Joe, I need your warrant card and your security pass.
Closed. Zoe, isn't it?
It's a nice touch. Sending a woman this time. Do you think you get further than he did?
I don't know what you mean.
You here to pay me off like the other fella?
The man who came here before, what did he look like?
I don't know, older bloke, white hair, not from round here. Look, I've got a pretty good antenna for cops now, all right?
Did you know Neil Cargill?
Well, we lived together for 3 years, so my answer to that probably should be yeah, shouldn't it? Only turns out I didn't know him at all. You okay?
You two... You were together for 3 years.
If you can call it together. We were only here half a week. Did you know him?
Yeah, I knew him. Hello?
Joe, it's Hepburn. Listen to me.
They've found Michael Parry in his cell. He's dead.
Joe, where are you? Can you hear me?
She's Neil's. I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm his wife. No, Jack!
I don't want you talking to anyone down the station, all right?
Have you been listening to me and my family? Where are you taking me?
Take this.
I think I know what happened the night Ryan died. You killed Ryan and Sean Glover.
on.
Tell me that you killed Ryan.
I'm terminating this incident.
Say it to my face! Lee!
There was a bug in the car. Someone was listening to us.
Be careful. This is a horrible world, Joe.
I'm trying to find Ryan's handler. I think he's hiding something. When was the last time you saw your daughter?
Shan, she was a bit of sunshine, you know. She used to work at the cafe at weekends, so we used to pay her cash in hand.
They found Michael Parry in his cell. He's dead.
Is she?
She's Neil's. I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm his wife.
Joe? Where have you been?
You were right, it was too soon to go back to work.
Haven't answered my question.
Michael Parry was killed in prison a few hours ago.
Good.
Don't say that.
But what do you expect me to say after what he's done to us?
Play the space! Never had you down as a soccer mum. What are you doing here, Joe? I'm sorry. For taking Ryan away from you. It's been 9 years. I know, but I think I know how it must have felt now. He was cheating on me. How long for? Nearly 3 years. We had a child together. I've only just found out.
Jesus, Joe. I'm so sorry. Just don't make the same mistake I did. I hated you for years. But you didn't take him from me. He left me. So blame Ryan, not the other woman. Whoever she is.
How's Melly? She been getting enough practice, yeah? For the gala?
Anymore, she'll have web feet. You gonna come watch her?
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it.
Come on then. Goggles on. You're gonna show me. What's that called?
My podium face.
Oh, you can smile a little bit.
When is that to stay focused, Mum?
Sorry. Is that right?
Where are you?
I'm at home.
There's been a development.
What's happened?
We found Shan Glover's body.
How long has she been here?
Pathologist reckons about 3 weeks.
Before Ryan died.
What are you doing here?
You need to step back. This is a restricted area, police only.
Take it easy.
Looks like it was Paddy. She was shot with the same caliber gun he used to kill Ryan.
That'd be nice and neat, wouldn't it? Put it all on him, now he's dead and can't deny it.
He was a killer, Joe.
He loved Sean. Why would he kill her?
Relationships get screwed up. You know all about that. Right. That's enough, Lee. Oh, I guess you take her side. Ryan's pillow still warm when you hocked him, was it? Mate.
John! You Leave him!
You two deserve each other, acting all heartbroken. I know the truth. You two sneaking around behind his back. Some nasty little liaison in the car park every Tuesday.
How did you know that? When we met? Have you been listening to me and my family? I saw you watching me in that playground. How did you know I'd be there? You bugged my house, too.
You're losing it, Joe.
Where did you take Tom Piper?
Who's he?
Stop playing games. I saw you packing up his flat. Where did he go?
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you don't mind, you're on the wrong side of the cordon.
Where is it? Where is it?
Joe, what are you doing? Chloe's mum rang me. You didn't pick Melly up.
What's the time? What time is it?
Where were you? What happened?
I'll go now.
No, Joe. Get your head straight. You don't want to see me like this, do you? I know you got suspended from work. Vicky told me.
So she's talking behind my back now, too. She needs to mind her own business.
She's worried about you. And so am I.
I don't want you talking to anyone down the station, all right?
Why? Joe!
Parry didn't kill Ryan. Or Sean, and he didn't kill himself either.
Well, who did then?
I think it's someone on the inside. Someone in the force. You know, you said about taking Melly away. I can't risk anything happening to her or Hal.
No, nobody's gonna hurt
No,
them.
please, will you just take her away from me? Please.
Okay. That's what you really want.
Well, there's only one word. Tragedy. Sian Glover was a young woman. Smart, well-liked. Her whole life ahead of her.
This comes in a week, Chief Constable, where one of your undercover officers has been murdered, and the chief suspect killed in jail. You'd certainly be forgiven for feeling overwhelmed by the responsibilities of your office.
It's a large area to police, and every day is a challenge. But it's one I've worked my entire career to prepare for.
Chief Constable Jarecki, thank you.
Thank you. Overwhelmed with the responsibilities of your job, pompous shit.
Do you think a man would have to sit here and be patronised like that?
Mom, I need to ask you. Joe Gillespie, I think we should reconsider our suspension, or at least set a date for a return.
When this case is closed and not a day sooner. I know you think you can do this job better than me, Will, but you have no idea what it takes to manage a situation like this.
I came to say I was sorry about the warrant card, but Jarecki didn't give me much choice. Where's everybody?
Barbara's taken Melly away.
Joe, you shouldn't have gone to see Parry in prison. I know why you did, but that was rash.
And now he's dead and we're never going to find out the truth.
No, we've matched the bullet in Shan's body to the gun that we found in the backpack. We think that Parry killed Shan and then he killed Ryan too.
I looked him in the eye. He wasn't capable of that. How did he die?
His throat was cut. They think it was either suicide or someone in his crew thought that he'd grassed them up.
So what happens now?
Kapoor will send Ryan's file to the CPS. then we expect that they'll be satisfied.
But I want you to be satisfied.
I want that too, but
I've seen it so many times, Joe. You think that as long as you can keep this investigation alive, it means that you don't have to let Ryan go. And you do. We all do. Come on. Don't stay here tonight on your own. I'll get Jocelyn to make up the spare room.
No, thanks. I've got somewhere I can go. Found it then?
No, still driving around in the dark. Hungry? I was going to ask you out, you know. The week before you and Ryan got together.
Oh, you weren't.
I was. I was all set. Told myself next time I see you in the canteen or in the pub, I'd just come out with it. Ryan got there first.
Ryan was living with someone in Bradford for nearly 3 years. They had a child together. She's called Esme. I don't know who he was. And I'm scared.
I'm not saying now's the right time, or that it's any time soon. But I love you, Joe. I've loved you for years. And I'll help you find who killed Ryan. Because you need that, and so do I. But it doesn't change who he was. What he did to you.
The hotel swimming pool is hotter than the bath. I swam 3 times yesterday. And for breakfast, you can eat as much as you want. Gran went back twice for bacon this morning.
Did she? Is she there? I better speak to her before I lose signal.
I miss you.
Oh, I miss you too, baby. But you'll be home soon, I promise.
For the gala?
Yeah, of course.
Gran, is Mum on the phone?
What are you doing here?
Take it this is Esme's. Did he buy that cottage for the 3 of you? Yeah. Was he leaving me?
I don't want to do this here. Just give me a second, all right? Who's going to start them?
How did you meet Ryan? That's me and Neil.
He came in for his breakfast one morning. Made me laugh, asked me questions about myself. No one had done that in years.
How long before you two...
No, it's my turn now. A year ago, he came back with a broken wrist, said he'd fallen down some steps outside his mum's place. What happened?
You broke it dry slope skiing. We went as a family. The Christmas Eve before last, he suddenly had to go to work. He didn't get back till tea time on Christmas Day, and we had a big row. He never told me where he'd been. Or was he with you?
It's when Esme were born.
Did he show you the cottage?
He took us up for a day. I'd had this, God, I'd had this dream of living in countryside. Esme played in garden. It was all I ever wanted. That place, Esme and him. I know that Ryan were put here to watch over the gang and that I was just his cover, and I know that I'll never really know if he loved me. But the way that he looked at Esme, that were real. You can't fake something like that. Can you?
You know, the first time we met, you said somebody tried to shut you up. I think that was Ryan's handler. His name is Tom Piper. He's gone into hiding. I need to find him. I'm going to find out who killed Ryan. For both of us. Did you text him?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Just take it easy, he'll turn up.
Vicky, what are you doing here?
I hope you don't mind. Lee said you wanted to see him, and I thought it'd be good for the four of us to talk. We've already lost Ryan. We don't want to lose each other as well.
So are you two together?
Yeah.
We were just about to tell you, Joe. Look, there's something you need to know. It was me. I told Lee what I heard on the CDs about you and Jack, and I shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry.
Sit down. I know you moved Piper. I saw you helping him load a van.
So? He was Ryan's handler. We need to find him.
Where did you take him?
Come on, Lee.
I got a phone call off Piper out of the blue. Said that someone had given him my number, did he want to earn a few £100 helping him move some stuff. That's it.
Move it where?
Most of it went to storage, and some of it went to a boat that he owned.
Well, where was it?
Granley Wharf. It's gone now. He took the stuff, paid me, sailed up the river.
Or did the boat have a name or a number?
Belvedere.
This is the last place you can dock before the estuary. threatened you. He could be dangerous. Let me get him off the boat.
You're a long way from home.
Do you know who killed my husband?
Get on. I'm not doing this here, and only you.
It's not safe. Joe, you can't do this.
I have to.
You coming?
Take this.
Where'd you get that from?
From a guy, just take it. What are you doing?
Where are you taking me?
Somewhere where we can talk alone.
Joe!
Could I have your phone, please? You must be cold.
This is Joe Gillespie. Please leave a message.
I know about Ryan and Zoe. Did you encourage him to have an affair, to have the baby?
Is it easier for you if I say yes?
Just tell me.
It was his choice. When Ryan went undercover into that gang, he had to disappear. It's the only way to survive. You have to be who they want you to be. Someone they could trust. It's black work, Joe. You want a nice, easy life, you're better off pounding the pavements as a PC. Except that's not what you're doing now, is it? Bit out of your comfort zone, aren't you?
Just tell me what you know.
This was your fault, you know. None of this would have happened if that girl at the cafe, Sian Glover, hadn't overheard Ryan on the phone. To you.
You're lying.
Melly was ill, right? She had a temperature, and usually Ryan wouldn't take your calls if it wasn't safe, but Melly was ill. And he thought he was on his own.
She had a fever.
Yeah. And Sian overheard enough to realize that Ryan wasn't who he was supposed to be. A 17-year-old girl had figured him out when nobody else had. And she blackmailed him. Said that if he didn't get Parry out before the others were arrested, she'd expose him to the gang.
So you killed them? You killed Ryan and Sian Glover?
Don't have a very high opinion of me, do you?
Then who did?
I don't know. That's the truth. Ryan asked my permission to agree to Sian's plan to get them out. But I can't make those kind of calls. I needed to go to the highest authority, someone I'd known for years. She and I started out in the force together.
Jarecki? So you told Jarecki that Sian was onto Ryan, but she still left him in there, knowing that he was compromised and that his life was in danger?
Well, she made a risk assessment. That was her call. There were only a few days before the arrests. If we pulled Ryan out at the last minute and the gang had got wind of it, the whole thing would have been for nothing.
Someone planted that gun on Parry. I looked through his backpack before he was arrested and it wasn't there. Someone was bugging us. Jarecki suspended me. She doesn't want me anywhere near this. Did she ask you to clear out?
I'm on leave until the case against the Seven goes to trial.
Because she wants you out the way too.
She's protecting me and the case. I've known her for 30 years.
You're starting to doubt her now, aren't you?
Joe! Didn't hurt you, did it?
No, it's okay. I'm fine.
What did he say?
Joe, I'm on a new case. I'm busy. You can't just call up and demand to see me.
Don't tell me you didn't have doubts about Parry's guilt. So did I, but we didn't stop him going to jail on remand. Now he's dead. His blood is on our hands.
That's not true.
Isn't it? Look, everything's being cleaned up to get a conviction against those 7 men. The only unknown now is that blue Corsa that was parked on the bridge to the warehouse.
Joe, I don't know what to say.
There was a woman. She was part of Ryan's undercover life.
I didn't know.
What do you reckon you all about her? But she was never interviewed after Ryan was killed. Why was that? Look, tell Jarecki you want to bring in a Zoe Nash for questioning, just see how she reacts.
Joe, I can't do that. She's already marked my card.
Will you forget about your career and do your job?
Mum.
Please, sit down.
I wanted to speak to you about Zoe Nash.
Who's that?
Apparently, she was an intimate friend of Ryan Gillespie while he was undercover.
I had no idea.
And yet she wasn't part of the information that was passed to us while we were investigating his murder.
In that case, she mustn't have been considered relevant to the inquiry. Are we done?
Tom Piper knew Zoe Nash was a crucial part of Ryan's cover identity, but she was never brought to our attention.
Who told you about Tom Piper? Was it Joe Gillespie, by any chance?
There she is! Mum!
Oh, missed you so much. Are you ready?
We're here to cheer you on, sweetheart. I hope that's okay. Everything all right, Joe?
Okay, you may climb in.
I'm a mister.
No, you're fine. She's on next.
Swimmers, you're going to go on my whistle. Are you ready? Take your marks.
Hello?
I found it.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you say it again?
I had another look for that blue Corsa. There's a junction 3 streets away from the warehouse that it seems we never checked. I found it and I got the reg, but the owner said he sold the car at a car auction about a month ago.
Who bought it?
Jack Clark. I called the auction house. Jack picked up the car at 8:30 the night Ryan died. When Jack checked the CCTV, he obviously avoided the one camera he knew he'd be caught on. He arrived there 40 minutes before Ryan died. Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got that, thanks.
So, where are you going to put that then?
I think I might just wear it.
What, all the time?
It's her choice. She can do what she wants.
Just having a joke with that. You all right?
Just tired. Why don't you drop Liam off at your mum's and come over? I want to go for a drive.
What are we doing here?
I think I know what happened the night Ryan died.
What are you talking about?
Come on, I can't do this without you. I know that blue Corsa was yours, Jack. Did you buy it for Amy? Was that the big present to make everything all right? You were here the night he died, weren't you? Answer me!
Ryan called me after I picked up the car.
What did he say?
Please, Joe. I wanted to explain this to you properly.
Why didn't you? What were you waiting for?
He said that he knew about us and that he wanted to talk. I told him there was nothing to say, but he said his next call was to Amy unless I came.
So you killed him?
No.
Were you working for Jarecki? She wanted rid of him. What did she offer you?
You don't mean this.
A promotion, a chance with me. Just make sure Ryan disappeared. Did you kill Sean too?
I told him that you turned me down. That you wanted to make a go of it with him. But he didn't believe me.
Where did you get the gun? From your guy?
I didn't kill him, Joe. I swear to God. We had a fight. And when I left, he was in a bad way, but he was alive.
I don't believe you. You lied to me this whole time.
I wanted you to find out who killed him. I never lied about that. I wanted to find out for me. I would have told you what I'd done when it was right. I promise.
I loved you.
Joe! I've called it in. It's okay. I'll take it from here.
Come on, Joe. Come on.
I didn't do this, Joe. Think about everything Piper said. I didn't kill him.
How did you find me?
I rang TCS Hepburn, and you put out a call. They spotted your car. I was just worried about you.
How long were you there?
Long enough.
I just wanted to thank you. I don't know what I'd have done if you hadn't shown up.
You need to tell me everything now. And this time, let me help you. Because you've been shouldering this on your own for far too long.
Sorry, can I use your bathroom for
sure.
You fucking bastard! What are you doing?
Get away from me, Lee.
You were the family liaison officer. Joe gave you a set of keys to her house, didn't she, while you were there? Did you ever give them to anyone? Did you ever let anyone else in?
Of course you didn't. Did you, Vic?
Well, someone got in to bug the house.
He said he wanted to help her, to head off anything that might land Ryan into trouble, so I gave him the key.
Who? Vicky, tell me.
Hepburn.
And where is he now?
He went back home. Said he'd be back in a couple of hours.
Should ask, you know.
Well, I'm off. Joe, stay for some food. It should only be an hour or so.
Okay, drive safe, sweetheart.
How long were you listening to my husband?
Ryan was out of control, Joe, and Piper was keeping it from me. That much I knew, but what I didn't know was how much of a mess our boy was making until I started listening. And then I could hear it all just slipping away.
You even bugged our house?
Not until after he was dead. Because you just wouldn't leave things alone. Police officers aren't allowed to follow their own agenda. They're not allowed to make up their own minds. Not you, not Ryan.
Piper went to Jurecki over your head. She knew she only had two options: pull Ryan out and abort the operation, or trust him to do a deal with Sian.
That wasn't her call to make. She should have known Sian had to be removed. I would never have trusted the success of a major operation in the hands of a 17-year-old girl.
That's why you had to do something about it. You killed 3 innocent people.
Michael Paddy belonged to a gang of gun dealers. How innocent do you think that makes him? Do you know how we win things like this? By doing the things that need to be done. And maybe Ryan didn't have the stomach for that, but I do.
Ryan found these CDs when he came over here, didn't he? After Sian disappeared, he came to you for help.
He shouldn't have been prying about then. And neither should you.
So you were waiting for Ryan after Jack left. You shot him with the gun you used on Sian, and then you planted it on Parry. You hung this whole thing round his neck.
You know, those CDs are actually police property, Joe, and I'd rather like them back. They're in your car. You have your keys. You know, it's lads like Hal that end up with their hands on those guns. Kids from broken homes, disaffected, 2 years from now, it's them that are going to be holding up corner shops or killing each other in the streets. How many kids' lives do you think I've saved by putting guys like that where they belong?
Sian Glover didn't deserve to die, neither did Ryan, and you know it.
She was risking everything. So was he. This was a 3-year investigation. No loose ends.
No, Alice, no.
We're on the way now.
You all right? I wanted you to find out the truth. I needed to know too. I love you, Joe. I never lied about that.
You obstructed the course of justice, but that's all.
DCS Hepburn has been charged with the murder of a police officer and a 17-year-old girl. He will be prosecuted as an example to every officer in this force, but he cannot be allowed to undermine what's been achieved here. And I want you to know directly from me that we have the same goal, and that you are guaranteed our full cooperation in the prosecution of DCS Hepburn and the 7 men we arrested in Bradford. We have nothing to hide.
There we go.
Oh.
What's this one?
Thank you. Hello.
We're doing it right.
That's good to me. Hello.
I'm your big brother.
You looking?
You want to see me, Mom?
Sit down, please. I've been impressed with your performance these past few months. I think you'd be a good fit in CID. Most people are happy to be promoted, Sergeant.
As long as I'm not being bought off, Mom.
Joe, whatever you might think of me, I do recognise talent when I see it. You've earned this. That's all. Joe, I'll have to keep my eye on you. I hope you know that.
And I'll do likewise, Mom. I hope you know that too.
Welcome back. I hear you might be joining us in CID. Good for you, Joe.